In the quiet corners of your heart, a stirring has begun, a whisper from the divine that something monumental is on its way to you. This is not a fleeting moment or a passing thought. It's a sacred message, a cry that echoes through the corridors of time and space, carrying with it a weight that even the heavens feel. A letter is coming, not an ordinary piece of mail, but one that holds a truth so profound it will shake the very foundations of your life. The angels themselves have been watching as this letter journeys toward you, guided not by human hands, but by forces that transcend dimensions. Every whispered lie, every forged document, every moment your name was struck from a list, it's all been recorded in the divine ledgers. This letter is no ordinary message. It's a sacred scroll, a breakthrough sealed with celestial authority. It's about your name, your legacy, the spiritual mark of your family that was stolen in secret. Papers were signed, lies were told, and darkness celebrated a victory it never truly won. But God says, enough. This divine letter doesn't just inform you, it restores you. It brings back what was taken, not through human effort, but through the hand of heaven itself. The sender of this letter is someone you'd never expect, someone you thought was lost to time or memory. Their hands will tremble as they deliver it, just as yours will when you open it. The letter is sealed with angelic fire, unstoppable, unchangeable, destined to find you no matter where you are. Even if you move, even if you try to run from the weight of this calling, it will reach you. Do you remember a night when you cried for no reason, tears spilling without explanation? That wasn't just sadnessy, was your spirit sensing the divine shift. The moment this letter was set in motion, the angels gathered in silence, not with trumpets, but with a holy hush, for justice often arrives quietly, carrying thunder in its wake. They've been fighting for you in the unseen realms, moving heaven and earth to right the wrongs done to you. They uncovered records documents with your name, hidden beneath layers of deception that prove your legal and divine right to what was stolen. There's a ring in this inheritance, bearing your family's symbol, a metal that carries memory and remembers you. Within the letter, there's an envelope, folded 3 times, containing a note from someone you haven't thought of in years. Their words will heal something deep within you, left for this exact moment. This is more than a breakthrough, it's proof that God has been moving even when you felt abandoned, that angels work while you sleep, that you're not cursed but chosen. On the final page, you'll find their handwriting, a sentence that will unlock a flood of emotions. It's not just a legal document, it's deeply personal. It wasn't a dream or a trick of the mind, it was real. Write down her word symbols, a broken glass, a forgotten name, unexpected musical, part of a spiritual map leading you to something hidden. Someone in your life knows what's coming but pretends otherwise, acting distant or strange. Those who leave quietly confirm their role in your life has ended. The presence at your door sent a ripple through your enemy's realm, breaking their hold. The fog in your mind, the heaviness in your chest, its spiritual residue, a curse crumbling as your spirit detoxes. God is cleansing your name, and Michael is defending your destiny. This is not a coincidence or a fleeting feeling. It's a sacred orchestration, a moment crafted in the heavens long before you took your first breath. The letter, sealed with angelic fire, is not just a message, but a divine key unlocking doors that were bolted shut by deception and time. Perhaps you've woken up with a sense of anticipation, as if something is about to shift, even if you can't yet name it. That's your soul aligning with the divine timing, sensing the approach of this life-altering revelation. They didn't choose this moment lightly. Heaven pressed upon their spirit, urging them to uncover hidden records, to right a wrong that has haunted your lineage for generations. Their sacrifice was not small. They gave up something, precious time, comfort, or even their own peace to ensure this letter reached you. When you see their name at the bottom of the page, your heart will skip a beat, for it will be someone you never expected. Someone whose connection to you will suddenly make sense in a way that brings both clarity and awe. The letter is more than paper and ink. It's a spiritual contract, a covenant that bears your name, written in the eternal records of heaven. It holds details of an inheritance that spans beyond material wealthland, yes, but also honor, legacy, and a spiritual authority that the enemy has long feared you would claim. This is why the attacks have intensified, why confusion has tried to cloud your mind, why betrayal has lingered at the edges of your life. The enemy knows that once you open this letter, their grip on your destiny will shatter. Archangel Michael, with his unwavering presence, continues to stand watch, ensuring that no force, seen or unseen, can derail what God has ordained for you. The weight of this moment is heavy, not because it's a burden, but because it carries the promise of restoration, the reclaiming of what was stolen, and the awakening of your true purpose. They've been warned, but instead of repenting, they hide. Michael says they'll reach out casually, their words masking their fear. Don't confront them. Stay in prayer, protected by a divine firewall that makes you feel heavy as your body adjusts to this new shield of glory. A woman, not quite human, not quite angel, stood there, a soul tied to your lineage, carrying a mission sanctioned by heaven. That someone is you. The enemy knows this and fears your awakening, sending confusion, delays, and betrayal to stop you. But Michael declares they will not succeed unless you ignore what was left for you. One used your name in wicked conversations, another stole something tied to your destiny, and the third stayed silent while you were harmed. Listen to their passing words. A phrase like the lady outside will confirm they see her too. She's not haunting, she's hovering, waiting for your yes. Say yes in your spirit, in prayer, to healing, to release, to the assignment. When you do, the contract opens, restoration begins, and the enemy's fears become reality. Michael declares the silence has ended, the gate is open. And God says, my child, I've waited for this moment. You are chosen, not broken, not forgotten though. One your bloodline prayed for. They didn't expect this day of reckoning, but the countdown began when she stood at your door. Within 72 hours, their secrets will be exposed, and their faces will tremble as God's silence breaks. If you feel overwhelmed, if tears come without reason, know it's your ancestors crying through you, sensing the shift, the inheritance, the miracle on its way. It's not something you can see or touch, it's a spiritual invitation, glowing in the unseen realm, guarded by Michael himself. Last night was a test, a divine alarm that saw your soul tremble in recognition. Remembering an agreement made before your birth. She came because of a choice you made, a quiet decision in your heart that activated an ancient spiritual contract. This contract, long buried under curses and deception, was opened, and her path was lit to deliver it to you. She knows your journey because she once walked it, and her redemption is tied to your rise. Your enemies are unaware of this moment, blind to the divine unraveling of their plans. God kept you hidden for a time, not to deny you, but to preserve you, to strengthen you for this revelation. The letter speaks of land, of honor, of a foundation tied to your name. Your ancestors prayed for this moment, some passing without seeing it fulfilled, but their prayers sowed seeds that you are now harvesting. It's the final breaking of chains that have bound you and your lineage for generations. This vault isn't filled with mere money, but with spiritual abundance, ready to be released because heaven has declared enough. Your mind may struggle to accept that something this good could be real, but it is. God sent this message to prepare your soul, to steady you for the moment you see the signature at the letter's end. You'll want to cry, to scream, to marvel at how they knew. But they did know, watching from afar or near, waiting for the moment they could act. Archangel Michael, with his fiery sword, has witnessed the injustice done to you. But God declares that your table is being set, with your name carved boldly at its center. The angels stand beside you, one holding a scroll with your name in golden light, waiting for you to say yes. Yes to opening it, yes to believing, yes to stepping into what's always been yours. Michael warns that only 2 hours remain. The divine momentum is building, and if you miss this moment, the enemy will try to steal it. But if you embrace it, nothing can stop the blessings coming your way. The letter includes a photograph, a memory from long ago that will crack your heart open, proving this was no accident. It was woven through time, meant for you, meant for now. God advises caution: don't share this with everyone yet. Some aren't ready to celebrate your rise. Some are waiting for your fall. This letter will append their plans, unmask their lies, and cut their curses at the root. This isn't charity, it's restoration. The moment this letter touches your hands, the spiritual realm will tremble. Demons that have camped on your blessings will scatter, for when divine authority is restored, nothing can stand against it. That strange feeling you've had lately, the pressure, the restlessness, the unexplainable weight, it's your spirit preparing for a royal proclamation. Your soul is remembering who you truly are, a child of divine destiny, called to walk in abundance, not survival. He stood in the spiritual courtroom where your name was spoken, only to be silenced by a false claim. The enemy rejoiced, thinking you'd never uncover the truth. Those who profited from your absence will try to undermine you. They'll question the letter's authenticity, deny its claims, or attempt to gaslight you into doubt. But heaven doesn't forge justice, it delivers it. God urges you to be brave, to hold this letter tightly, and not let fear convince you it's too late. You were chosen for this moment, born for this victory. The inheritance is more than material, it's peace, relationships, and doors that were slammed shut now swinging wide open. The enemy thought you were forgotten, but heaven has your name etched in its book, and your chapter is beginning anew. But Michael's tears have turned to roars, and now justice is marching toward you. Archangel Michael, the mighty warrior of heaven, has stood guard at the gates of the spiritual realm, ensuring its safe passage. And the sender of this letter, their identity will astonish you, leaving you breathless with wonder and awe. For too long, you've walked through life with a sense that something was missing, as if pieces of your story were hidden in shadows. You were never meant to dwell in confusion, to stumble in the dark while others manipulated the truth behind your back. For years, people, some strangers, some with familiar smiles, have woven webs of deceit, concealing what is rightfully yours. They whispered secrets in closed rooms, signed papers in the dark, and erased your name from places where it should have shone brightly. But now, God declares that the hourglass is turning. With each grain of divine sand that falls, a hidden truth is rising to the surface, a truth that was never meant to stay buried. Someone or something worked tirelessly to keep this from you because they knew that once you discovered your birthright, your life would transform in an instant. They feared your rise, your power, your divine purpose. But they didn't account for one thing. Heaven has been watching. This letter isn't just about wealth or material gain. For years, the enemy tried to make you feel small, unworthy, as if you were destined to scrape by on crumbs, while others feasted at a table that should have been yours. But be warned, not everyone will rejoice at your restoration. Archangel Michael is guarding you now, his presence a shield against the dark forces that will try to intercept this blessing, but they cannot stop it. The sender of this letter made sacrifices to ensure it reached you. Inside the letter, there's a number code that connects to a spiritual vault, one that has grown with every moment of your suffering, every time you were mocked, yet remained silent. This letter is more than an inheritance, it's your awakening. You're about to inherit joy, the kind that bubbles up despite uncertainty, the kind that arrives before the blessing because your soul knows what's coming. Last night, something stirred at your doorstep, an unseen presence that left a ripple in your soul. You are not just yourself, you are the answer to prayers whispered centuries ago by an ancestor who begged God to raise someone to break their family as chains. This woman carried a verdict against 3 people who wronged you deeply. Michael urges you to pay attention. In the next 3 nights, dreams will come. The woman will appear again, this time speaking. Don't speak your next move too soon. This moment is sacred, and premature exposure could delay it. Watch who appears and who vanishes, both are signs. A child in your life, known or soon to enter, holds a key to this mystery. Their spiritual sight is sharp, their dreams accurate. As the divine letter draws closer, the air around you feels charged, as if the very atmosphere is holding its breath, waiting for the moment you grasp the truth it carries. You may feel a stirring in your spirit, a restlessness that's hard to explain. The sender of this letter, a figure you thought was lost to you perhaps, someone from your past, a relative, a friend, or even someone who crossed your path briefly, has been divinely compelled to act. Inside this letter, there's a photograph, carefully folded, capturing a moment you may have forgotten, family gathering, a childhood memory, or a fleeting encounter that seemed insignificant at the time. But when your eyes fall upon it, the pieces will fall into place. It's proof that this moment was destined, woven into the fabric of your life long before you understood its significance. Their words, written with intention, will pierce through layers of pain you didn't even know you carried. They knew this day would come, and they left this message for you, not for yesterday or tomorrow, but for this exact moment. It's a healing balm, a confirmation that God has been working behind the scenes, even when you felt alone. This note will answer a question you've carried in your heart, perhaps one you never dared to voice aloud. That's why you've felt the weight of spiritual attacks, sudden confusion, unexpected delays, or people acting strangely around you. Michael warns that someone in your circle knows what's coming but is pretending ignorance. They may reach out with a casual message, a smile that doesn't reach their eyes, saying, "I was just thinking of you." But their heart is uneasy, for they know the truth is about to surface. And one who stayed silent while you suffered will face the consequences of their actions. Within 72 hours, their secrets will unravel, exposed by the light of heaven's justice. You've walked through fire, endured seasons of doubt, and kept moving forward, even when the road was unclear. Now, you stand at the edge of your divine hour, with only 2 hours left until the letter arrives. Heaven will walk with you, guiding you through every decision. This is not just about your life. It's about shifting timelines, breaking generational curses, and opening doors that others couldn't. Your descendants will honor your name, knowing you were the one who stood firm, who said yes to the call, who claimed the inheritance. Michael's sword is lit, his presence unwavering, and the angels surround your home, ensuring no interference can delay this moment. God is smiling over you, for you've made it to the threshold of this revelation. These are not random, they're signs that your soul is tuning into the frequency of this revelation. The letter is more than a message. It's a celestial decree, a scroll inscribed with the promises God made to you before you were born. It carries the weight of your inheritance, not just land or wealth, but the restoration of your identity, your purpose, and the spiritual authority that was meant to be yours all along. The enemy has fought hard to keep this from you, weaving lies, sowing doubt, and orchestrating betrayals to keep you in the dark. But their time is up. Heaven has spoken, and the truth is breaking through like dawn after a long, restless night. Their words, written with intention, will touch a wound you didn't know was still open, bringing healing to places in your heart you thought were beyond repair. This note was left for this exact day, a message meant to guide you into the fullness of your inheritance. The attacks you faced, confusion, delays, or the sudden distance of those you trusted are their desperate attempts to hold you back. But Michael assures you they will not succeed. A divine firewall surrounds you, a shield of glory that makes you feel heavier as your spirit adjusts to its protection. Someone in your life knows what's coming. They've been warned in their spirit, but are hiding behind casual words or feigned ignorance. They may reach out, saying, "I was just thinking of you," but their energy will betray their unease. You are that deliverer, the one they cried out for in their darkest hours. Their prayers have become your harvest, and the letter is the key to reaping it. You've walked through doubt, carried the weight of rejection, and still believed when hope seemed distant. Now, with only 2 hours left, the letter is almost here. It may arrive through a person, a message, a document, or a dream, but its presence will be unmistakable. When it comes, pause, pray, hold it with reverence, for it carries the weight of heaven's promise. The letter will guide you what to say, where to go, how to act. Heaven will walk with you, ensuring no step is taken alone. Your support helps spread this powerful truth to others who need to hear it. With only 2 hours left, as God has declared, let this message fill your heart with love, courage, and expectation for the miracle awaiting you. If you feel moved to give a super thanks of up to $20, your generosity will help keep this channel shining God's light, ensuring these divine messages reach those destined to receive them. Share this journey with love, and may God's boundless grace guide you as you step into the inheritance prepared for you. Your descendants will speak of this moment, honoring your name as the one who shifted their destiny. The 3 who wronged you, 1 who slandered your name, 1 who stole from your purpose, and 1 who stayed silent, will see their plans undone. You're breaking curses, opening doors, and setting a foundation for those who come after you. Your children and grandchildren will tell your story, saying, they were the one who stood firm, who claimed the blessing. Michael's sword is ablaze, the angels surround you, and no interference will succeed. God is smiling, knowing you've reached the threshold of your divine hour. Say yes to this moment, yes to the letter, yes to the inheritance, yes to the destiny you were born for. The letter will expose their roles, not to condemn you, but to free you from their influence. It will break the curses spoken in secret, collapse the strongholds built against you, and unlock the blessings that have been waiting. You stand at the dawn of a new era, where every stolen promise is restored, every wound transformed into strength, and every dream brought to life. The angels lift their voices, and God's love wraps around you, calling you into the fullness of your purpose. Open the letter with faith, embrace its truth with boldness, and walk through the door that heaven has flung wide. Your miracle is here, and nothing will ever be the same. Stay in prayer, for confrontation is not your role. God is handling the exposure. Within 72 hours, the truth will unravel, and those who wronged you will face the consequences of their actions. It's not just about closure. It's about opening a new chapter, one where you walk in the abundance and authority God intended for you. The woman who stood at your door, a soul tied to your lineage, will return. This time she will speak. Her words may seem cryptica, broken glass, a name you thought you'd forgotten, or a melody that stirs your soul, but they are part of a spiritual map. Write them down, for they will guide you to something hidden, a truth that only the awake will follow. A child in your life, whether known or soon to appear, will also sense her presence. Their words, spoken in passing, will confirm what you felt. They might mention the lady outside, or something left here, their spiritual sight piercing through the veil. Listen closely, for their innocence carries divine clarity. This vault holds more than wealth. It holds peace, restoration, and the power to reclaim what was lost. It may come through a person, a digital message, a legal document, or even a supernatural encounter, but its arrival is certain. They are someone you thought was distant, perhaps gone forever, figure from your past whose connection to you will soon become clear. They didn't act alone. Heaven compelled them, stirring their spirit to uncover records buried under layers of deceit. There's a photograph, tucked carefully inside, capturing a moment that feels like a lifetime ago. It might be a family gathering, a fleeting smile from someone you loved, or a place you once stood that holds more meaning than you realized. This image is no accident. It's a divine marker, proof that this moment was woven into the tapestry of your life long before you understood its significance. There's also a ring, a tangible piece of your inheritance, engraved with a symbol that speaks of your family's spiritual legacy. This ring is more than metal. It's a covenant, a reminder that your bloodline was destined for greatness, despite the efforts to erase it. When you hold it, you'll feel its weight, its memory, its connection to you. These records, documents, agreements, or even forgotten family secrets bear your name, proving your right to what was stolen. The sender's sacrifice was immense. They gave up something dear to ensure this truth reached you. When you see their handwriting on the final page, a single sentence will pierce your heart, unlocking memories and emotions you didn't know you carried. It will be a moment of recognition, a confirmation that this was always meant to happen. Your heart will recognize it instantly, and when it does, pause, pray, hold the letter with reverence, for it carries not just words, but the weight of heaven's promise. You don't need to seek them out or demand answers. God is already moving. The letter will reveal their roles, not to shame you, but to free you. It will break the illegal covenants made in your name, collapse the strongholds built against you, and unlock the vault of blessings that has been accumulating interest in the spiritual realm. Don't confront them yet. Stay in prayer, wrapped in the divine firewall Michael has placed around you. The letter, this sacred vessel of truth, is not just approaching its almost here, carried by a divine current that no force in heaven or earth can obstruct. Archangel Michael, with his radiant sword and unyielding resolve, stands as your guardian, ensuring that every step of this journey is protected. His presence is a shield, a blazing light that wards off the shadows trying to cling to your destiny. The air around you hums with anticipation, as if the very stars are aligning to witness the unveiling of what has been hidden from you for so long. This is not just a moment. It's a divine appointment, a turning point that will ripple through your life and the lives of those connected to you. This protection is why you feel heavier, as if your body is adjusting to a new spiritual weight, a shield of glory that guards your destiny. It will bring peace to a wound you thought would never close. The woman who stood at your door will appear again, this time with words. She's not a ghost or a figment, she's a messenger, tied to your lineage, carrying a divine assignment. Write down what she says, even if it seems cryptic. A broken glass, a name you thought you'd forgotten, a melody playing in the distance. These are pieces of a spiritual map guiding you to something hidden. Only those who are awake will follow this path. A child in your life, whether known to you now or soon to enter, will also sense her presence. They might say something in passing, like "the lady outside," or "she left something here." Their words are not random. They're confirmation of the divine activity surrounding you. There's also a ring, a tangible piece of your inheritance, etched with a symbol that carries the weight of your family's spiritual legacy. This ring isn't just jewelry, it's a marker, a reminder that your bloodline was never meant to fade into obscurity. Someone tried to erase that symbol, to bury its meaning, but they failed. The metal remembers you, and it will feel like home when it rests in your hand. The letter contains an envelope, small and folded 3 times, holding a note from someone you haven't thought of in years. But this moment isn't just about you, it's about the generations before and after you. Your ancestors, some of whom died without seeing their prayers answered, sowed seeds of faith that are now blooming in your life. You are their harvest, the one they begged God to raise up, the one destined to break the chains of injustice that bound your family. This letter is the fulfillment of their cries, the moment when their spiritual investment bears fruit. And for those who come after you, your children, your grandchildren, this moment will be a cornerstone, a story they'll tell with reverence, saying, "It was them. They were the one who claimed the blessing, who shifted our destiny." The enemy is not unaware of this moment. They sense the shift, the breaking of their hold, and they're panicking. In the next 3 nights, pay close attention to your dreams. This is a moment of divine reversal. 3 people who wronged you, 1 who spoke your name in malice, 1 who stole from your destiny. God has been preparing you for this, strengthening your heart through trials so you could carry this truth without faltering. The letter will outline your next steps, what to say, where to go, what to do. The divine momentum continues to build, an unstoppable force weaving through the fabric of your life, drawing you closer to a moment that will redefine everything you've known. You may have felt it already, a subtle shift in your spirit, a quickening of your pulse, or a sudden wave of emotion that seems to come from nowhere. The sender of this letter remains a mystery, but their role is profound. Within the letter, you'll find more than words. Inside an envelope, folded 3 times with care, lies a note from someone you haven't thought of in years. The enemy is restless, sensing the collapse of their schemes. In the coming nights, your dreams will carry messages. This moment is about more than you. It's about your ancestors who prayed for a deliverer to break the chains of their bloodline. God has prepared you for this, strengthening you through every storm so you could carry this truth without breaking. This is not just your victory, it's a generational shift. As the letter arrives, the heavens erupt in celebration, their song echoing through the realms. If this divine message has stirred your soul and ignited a spark of hope within you, please take a moment to like and subscribe to stay connected to these sacred revelations.